Hi, y'all. Mrs. Brown here from my laundry room teaching you today about math. Let's take a look at what we are going to be learning about today. All right, so today we are going to be focusing on converting customary units of both weight and volume. Take a look at weight and volume. We're going to start with weight today. Now, before we get going, I'm going to have you take some notes on a way to help you make this so easy. So I'm going to start by showing you what this reference material is. You are going to need to make it, and you can make it with any sheet of paper. You just need to copy down what you see. If I go too fast at all, please consider stopping and pausing the video and then catching up when you're done. So I'm going to take this away and we are going to look at our customary weight conversion. I would like you to start off on a piece of paper writing weight customary so you know what you're doing. Let me get this focused for you. Next, go ahead and write ounces, pounds, and tons. We're going to start by seeing what it is like to convert things from your small units to your large units. This information that I'm going to put up here is not new information. It is located on your STAR reference material. So this, I'm going to be putting this up there, but in a way that will make it easy for you. So on the left side of your paper, draw an arrow from ounces to pounds because we divide by 16 to get to pounds. And then another arrow and divide by 2,000 to get to tons. On your other side, you'll need an arrow going from tons to pounds, where we multiply by 2,000, and then pounds to ounces, where we multiply by 16. Altogether, your page should look like this. Smallest unit to largest unit. This tool is going to be incredibly helpful as we go forward and look to convert some of our weight. So let's look at some practice problems, knowing that this is going to be what helps us. Once again, if you aren't done copying, push pause now, and then keep going when you're caught up. So let's take a look at customary units of weight here. I am going to look at these problems down my left side. And I'm going to start with 48 ounces equals how many pounds? Okay, so the way that we're going to do it is take a look at a few simple steps. Number one, what units are you converting? So blank to blank. Here we see we're going from ounces to pounds. So I'm going to go to my reference sheet, which is this here, and say ounces to pounds. We're going small to big, which means we're dividing by 16. So I'm going to take 48 and divide it by 16. So 48 divided by 16. That's a pretty large number. So the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to do repeated addition. So I'm going to say 16 plus 16 plus 16. Let's see where this gets us. 6, 12, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure enough, that is 48. And I took 16 3 times. So 16 or 8, 48 divided by 16 is 3. So 48 ounces equals 3 pounds. Let's look at tons to pounds now. So once again, we're going to look at what units are we converting. So I've got tons to pounds. So I'm going to go look, tons to pounds. And it says that we are multiplying by 2,000. So 3 tons times 2,000. 3 times 2,000. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3 zeros off and add them beyond my equal sign. And then we've got 3 times 2, which is 6. So 3 tons equals 6,000 pounds. Next, we're going 7 pounds to how many ounces? Well, let's see. Once again, we find which one we're converting to. So we're going pounds to ounces. So we're multiplying by 16. So we're taking 7 pounds and multiplying it by 16. 16 times 7. 6 times 7 is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 7 pounds equals 112 ounces. Now, once again, I can't state enough the importance of this reference sheet. It makes this all so much easier. And it's just taking this information and putting it in kind of a different form. Seven tons equals blank pounds. So I'm going from tons to pounds. I've got 7 tons, so I'm taking 7 times 2,000. Let's cross those zeros off, put them in my answer. And now I've got 7 times 2. 7 times 2 is 14. I'm going to have you go over here and do, let's see, number 6 and 8 on your own. I will give you a couple of minutes to do that. And then I will pop the answer up. Notice I decided that ounces to pounds is where we were going. I found the arrow that pointed from ounces to pounds, and I divided it by 16. I also decided that it would be easier to do repeated addition to find out how many times 16 goes into 96. I circled the amount of times I added 16, and my answer is 6. Pounds to ounces, I multiplied by 16. My answer is 128. Let's now look at some word problems that have to do with customary weight. Let's start with number 10. Number 10 is going to be a multi-step problem. It says, Julia bought 40 bags of compost. Each bag weighed about 50 pounds. How many tons of compost did she buy? So once again, the first thing I'm going to do is figure out what units am I converting? Well, I'm converting pounds to tons. So I'm going to look pounds to tons. I'm going to divide by 2,000. But first I got to figure out how many pounds did she buy? Because she bought 40 bags and each of them weighed 50 pounds. When I see the word each in my word problem like this, I know that I am multiplying. So I'm going to start by taking 40 times 50. When I take 40 times 50, I can just cross out these zeros and put them in my answer. And then I have 4 times 5, which is 20. So my answer is 2,000. So she bought 2,000 pounds of compost for her garden. I need to now see pounds to tons. I divide by 2,000. Any number divided by the same number equals 1. Therefore, Julia bought 1 ton of compost. Paul bought 3 packages of cheese. The packages weighed, well, first let's look at 3 packages of cheese. The packages weighed 11 ounces, 13 ounces, and 8 ounces. How many pounds of cheese did Paul buy? Well, first we got to figure out how much cheese he bought in all, because we've got 3 different packages. So we need to first add how much he bought in all 3 packages. So I'm going to take my 11, my 13, and my 8, and I'm going to add them. 11 plus 13 plus 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3. He bought 32 ounces. And we're looking to take 32 ounces to how many pounds? Well, let's go back and check our reference sheet. Ounces to pounds. So I'm going to divide by 16. So 32 divided by 16. Let's do our quick and easy way of repeated addition with this. It only took us twice to get there. Therefore, 32 ounces equals 2 pounds. All right. I'm going to put up your exit ticket. What I would like for you to do is take a look at your exit ticket. And I would like you to pause the screen and figure out this problem. When you're done, take a picture and turn it into your teacher. So I'm going to give you just a second to pause the screen, work it out, and then we're going to go into the second half of our lesson. All right, you should be done with this one. Now we're going to move on to converting customary units of volume. We just got done with converting customary units of weight. Now we're going to move to volume. Remember, weight is like how heavy something is. Volume is the amount of liquid space something takes up. So we're going to look at liquids when we look at volume. We're going to make our really handy dandy reference sheet, only this time instead of weight, we're going to do volume. So I'm going to put this up, and once again, if this goes too fast, stop the video, pause it, write it all down, and then meet me back on the other side. So at the top, you'll write volume, customary. And then down the middle, you're going to write fluid ounces, which is different than ounces that you weigh, right? These are fluid ounces now, the amount of fluid space something takes up. Cups is next. Pints. Quarts. And then finally, gallons. Once again, this is not new information. It's located right here. This is just an easier way to figure things out. Easier way to reference this. Okay. Then on your left side, we're going to go from small to big, which means we're dividing. So first, there are 8 fluid ounces in 1 cup, so we divide by 8. Divide by 2 to get to pints. Again, divide by 2 to get to quarts. and then you divide by 4 to get to gallons. The other side has the same numbers, but remember, we're going from large to small units. So instead of dividing, we multiply. Times 4, times 2, times 2, times 8. Once again, I'm going to give you about 15 more seconds. If you need longer, go ahead and just pause it. All right, let's move on to some simple problems with this. So we're going to start with some conversions. So let's start with cups to pints. I'm going to look at cups to pints. So when I look at cups to pints, I'm going to see cups point down to pints, and I divide by 2. So if I have 4 cups, I'm taking 4 divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Therefore, there are 2 pints, or there are 4 cups in 2 pints, because remember, pints is our bigger one. Now let's look at 20 cups to quarts. Now notice, when we go from cups to quarts, we are not just going 1 unit, we're skipping units, but you cannot skip the unit. So you're going from cups to quarts, but we have to do everything along the way. So we have to first go from cups to pints, and then we can take pints and go into quarts. So let's figure out how many cups are in a pint. We've got 20. So we're going to take 20 and we're going to divide it by 2. 20 divided by 2 is 10. So now we've gone from cups to pints, but we've still got to go to quarts. We're not there yet. And this is my new number. So I am going to now look from pints to quarts. I've got 10. And what do? Divide by 2. And 10 divided by 2 is 5, which means there are 20 cups in 5 quarts, or it takes 5 quarts to equal 20 cups. Let's look at number 3 now. Okay, we're going from quarts to gallons. So quart to gallon. Notice my arrow goes over here. Therefore, I'm dividing by 4. So I've got 12 quarts. And I'm going to divide 12 by 4. How many times can 4 go into 12? 3 times. So it takes 3 gallons to fill it with 12 quarts. How about gallons to pints? Once again, we're going to have to not skip. We're going to have to do twice the work. So I'm going from gallons to pints, but I have to go through quarts first. So I'm going to take 3 gallons times 4. 3 times 4 is 12, and that gets us to quarts, but we're not quite done. We got to go to pints. And this is our new number. We're taking this now times 2. 12 times 2 is 24. All right, let's move on to some more problems. All right, a corn plant. Whoa, here, let me get you set up here. A corn plant gives off about 9 gallons of water each month during the growing season. How many pints of water does the corn plant give off each month? So once again, I'm going to look for what units are we going toward. We've got 9 gallons equals blank 9 gallons equals blank pints. If we're going from gallons to pints, that means our arrows are going this way. So we're going to be multiplying. Remember, we can't stop at quarts and we can't skip quarts. We got to go through it. So I'm going to take 9 times 4 and 9 times 4 equals 36. Now that I've stopped at quarts, I gotta keep going to pints. So 36 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12. 3 times 6 is 7 plus 1. 9 gallons equals 72 pints. All right, I'm going to put up your exit ticket for this question. You should be able to use your reference sheet that you made. Take a look at your exit ticket, pause the video if you need to, and then take a picture and turn it into your teacher. Hope y'all had a great time today. I will see you on Thursday. And on Thursday, we're going to be doing a little bit of elapsed time. So we're going to be talking more about time. Have a great day.